much for coming. We know there was a lot of effort to get everyone together, and it means the world to all of us. Last night I was thinking, there are many roads to go. They go by many names. They don't all go the same way, but they get there just the same. And I have a feeling that I never thought it was going to be 40 years later. That we would meet someday where the roads come together out the way. Very big duty. People have gone through illnesses, financial issues, babies, all kinds of things. And we're very, very happy that everyone's here. The queen of our cast, Judy, wherever she is. We really want to thank her because if it wasn't for Judy, we would not have all of these updated cast lists, semicolon, comma, area changes, email, all of this stuff that the rest of us are horrible at, and she is incredibly good at. Yes. So Judy, thank you. Thank We're so very honored as a group, a cast, to have Mr. Belk and Mrs. Belk here. The two of you have touched all of our lives, and we're forever grateful. We wouldn't be here if it was not for your vision. I'm like, my God, when I'm 92, I'm going to be not even here. Thinking about all the things that you mentioned last night to continue to change the world. So thank you very much. And as I mentioned to you last night, behind every great man, there's a great lady. Yeah. And I noticed last night that you looked as though, Mrs. Belk, that was the first time you heard your husband speak. And I know it wasn't. And I thought I need to take lessons. So thank you very much. Dale and Mindy, wherever y'all are, thank you too so very much. So very much for coming. We greatly appreciate it, and it really does mean the world to us. To Linda. Yes. I would venture to say that there's no one in the cast that could have a nicer place to welcome all of us. And for someone who is very quiet in the cast, you have made a tremendous impression on all of us because of your love, your generosity, and your silent graciousness to everyone. It's very much appreciated. We have something that we would like to present to you. You pretty much have everything. But after Kathy Craig crawled from underneath that rock, she actually, as we know, had a fabulous idea.
All right, Miss Linda, for the woman that does have everything, we took a photo from last night, and we all signed this frame for you. We love you.
Well, of course, I'm honored to have you, and I wasn't the only one putting this weekend together, so I think my party committee. Guys, thank you.
And of course, today we were talking.
No.
Our cast. Some of us were talking. Not many things came to the party here.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot one.
No, that's fine.
Linda has something else to say.
Follow the Danburn
Okay,
script.
we're a little off script. But this book is for the Belks. We have all signed it. And this is a little thank you to you guys for coming. And we've tried to write in here about what our year meant to us.
Moving.
Changed our
Fantastic.
lives. And so
Wonderful.
this is from you, from our cast.
That's wonderful.
But some of us still need to add to it.
Signing, but this is our thank you to you for coming to Albuquerque and being brave enough to get on that balloon.
That is wonderful. That is so, thank you very much. Betty wants to make a speech. Listen, it's been very emotional meeting with all of you. The only thing we haven't had, you haven't sung. And I don't know whether you're going to sing Roads.
Gotta sing it.
I think to me you've got to sing a song. Yeah. But we've been very moved to get to know your cast and great stories. We're doing our memoirs. Well, hell, we've been doing them for 20 years. One of my grandsons said, JB, you know, if you get grandchildren, don't let them call your grandfather. It really makes you feel old. So they call me JB. And well, one of them said to me, JB, when are we going to read these memoirs? I said, when you're about 40 years old. Now, but I'd just like to say one thing, that Dale is willing to go anywhere that any of you have a party that you'd like to hear with your friends or about Uncle Pete. And Mindy will go with him.
That's much better. Yeah, that's much.
I'm happy to go and introduce him. But I just had a thought sitting here last night when this spirit that's here, what a gift it is to the world. Right now, you think about 100 and, how do I get emotional like this? Many are not supposed to get emotional. You're past that. When you get through the 80s, you're just fine. But I thought of the world when Dale was mentioning it, what a gift it is to have this spirit available all over the world. In the 60s, that beautiful period called the turbulent 60s, when we decided as fools, very foolish people, let's give them a voice. My God, that was frightening. Everybody over 30 was not trusted. I happened to be over 30. It was a frightening situation. Nixon left the White House and went out to try to confront him, and what happened to him? He was booed back in the White House. Let's give him a voice. That voice is spoken to the world. But the big hue and cry was, we want peace now. Remember? Yeah. You think of 135 alumni. How many countries? Have I got it backwards? No.
No, it's more than, it's 22,000.
Thank you, Betty. I knew I had it backwards.
135 countries, that's what
That's
you're
right.
going for.
There we go.
135 countries.
That's right. 22,000. I'll get it right. It takes
Fact check,
time. At
fact
least
check.
you get straightened out with Betty. But
That's why she's with you.
22,000 alumni from 135 countries.
There you go.
We should have applaud that because that is a band. Peace is not just an idea, it's people becoming friends. Those people will never kill each other. Right?
Right.
Isn't that what's needed in the world? Look at the killings that's going on in the world. We've got to multiply that. And I'm glad to have a lot of years left to work with you to see that we do that.
Thank you
I'm
so
glad
much.
we got that straight. 35 years.
That just made us really special. We're one of 135.
We got it.
We're really special. But speaking about someone else that's very special, we're very, very honored to have our great leader, our cast director, Dave Benedict. He doesn't stop when he was leading them. So we welcome him.
Yeah.
And of course, his beautiful wife, Martha.
So I was 24 years old when we started that year, and I think I was close to 40 when we ended.
No, Dave, we're sorry. Sorry, Dave.
Let me address that in just a second, but first let me do this. If you've got a drink, water, anything that you've got with you, the first thing I'd like to do is to remember and raise our glasses. I'll probably get through this. To raise our glasses to Scott, to Anya, to Jimmy, to Jan, to Brendan.
Eddie.
Eddie.
And Mel.
To those 5 cast members.
Seven.
Wait.
Not done yet, let him finish.
We'll get there. You got it. You got it.
Leaders of America.
To those 5, we raise our glasses. And then to 2 members of our staff, to Eddie and to Melvin. Those were good, man.
Yes.
The best.
So let's.
Eddie and Mel.
So I like to take credit for Melvin. Because I did his interview. It was my first week as a cast member, and we were in New England, and this young man he was Melvin before the mustache, and with a voice that was in the bottom of the floor, and he came up, and he was one of the first interviews I did, and here's to me for not getting it wrong. So I wasn't the only youngster leading the cast, so if you're not standing, would you stand now? And so Cindy and Jim and Smitty and Barbara Finch and Lynn Applebaum, would you guys all stand? He was always back at the truck. John, So we had a tremendous staff, and there wasn't a moment during the whole time we traveled together that we weren't together and a team and on the same page with one another, and only maybe a quarter of a step ahead of you. We were running to catch up. So let me just say this: a number of you have. The instant you saw me, you stuck out your hand and you said, "I'm so sorry." And I know that one of the kind of the pieces of identity of this cast has been we're a cast of rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, but let me tell you what I remember. Besides walking onto the stage at the Arizona Ballroom for the very first time, I talked talk for a living, so forgive me for this. And seeing you there for the very first time, introducing myself as your cast director, and then walking through that first month together when your eyes were as big as saucers, and you didn't know a junction box from a light stander.
American
watch-
Airlines.
Jim, did they ever?
Yeah. We had a few.
But and then the very first time you had to strike the set, it took what, 5 days? But to watch you move from absolutely clueless to a fine organization where it wasn't the first city out of the the gun. But by the time we got kind of through Texas and moving along the way, you guys were a well-oiled machine.
Dave, can I add into that real quick? Do y'all remember we were in Germany and we were in a town, might have been Ravensburg, and we were going to do a presentation on TV. Do y'all remember that?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay, and this lady that was running the TV show, I didn't care for her attitude. She was kind of snooty and like we were really causing her a problem by being there. I don't know what it was, but so she asked me. She said, "Well, we have a commercial break before you guys do your thing." And I don't know if you remember this, Dave, or not. And she said, "So how much time do you need to set up? Because you don't have very much time." And I was like, 30 seconds.
Wow.
And she goes, "You can't do that." I said, "No, we can do it." And I don't know if you all remember that. We ran through 30 seconds. 30 seconds, you guys got the staging out there, the mics ran, everything was set up, and you were standing in place ready to go. And she could not believe it. But that was all you guys.
That was you guys getting.
For us.
There was a thing in Up With People called the October Blues, and that's when all of you wanted to go home. The stars went out of your eyes, and it was just work. And I saw the way you not only worked through it together, but you helped each other through it. I saw to watch the way, do you remember this? 3 minutes to get all of you and all of your luggage onto a train in England, was it? Through the windows and everything. Okay. I saw you when you didn't want to come in the morning at 7 a.m. for a departure for the next city. I saw the way you worked through it when you were sick and you didn't want to be in the show, but you did it anyway. When you were feeling depressed or down, and the way you lifted each other up. So don't tell me that you are rebels, because you were the epitome of an Up With People cast. So I lift my glass to you. Let me just say one more thing. I have often wanted to ask this question of Blanton and Betty and Dale and Mindy. What were you thinking? To entrust,
If you're a real good politician, you say, now that's a very good question. Any other question?
You entrusted the entire reputation of Up With People and the future to people like us and to a staff of children whose ages still don't add up to what we are now. Right. And we all became better people. We all grew up during those times, and we want to thank you all for that. So,
Well, thank you.
We have a few people that, when we started talking to people and sending out information and everything, there are a lot of people that could not be here. As life goes on, there are a lot of issues. And so just today, we heard from Biba. Susanna has been every day, texting to us. Mars, Dave Rice, actually, this morning, you missed, those of you that came in today, on Wednesday night, Jose Luis arrived here, and he had to leave Friday morning. But those that were here on Thursday had the blessing of spending time with Jose. And as a matter of fact, if you hopefully got to see Bruce Wiley, Britt Kissauer had to fly home today, and Jesper had to fly home this morning. So those folks were here if you did not get to see them. And but so many, Anita Marion, their list goes on of those who wanted to come and are missing terribly being here. So when you get that electronic list from Judy, almost all of our information now is current, and we have access to people that we really haven't been able to get hold of. So I want to encourage you, because they're hurting by not being here. And so I want to encourage you when you get home to remember them, write them, call them, text them, send them pictures, and let them be a part of what we've had here. And so, and Mary has, I'll give you an example. Mary has a message for us from one person.
This is the person who ruled the world in our past. Whew, from Faye.
I thought that was me.
It would be much easier if it was you. You know, everybody loved Faye. She was like the star, you know, everything. Not only the singer, but also a very dear friend to all of us. Over the past years, the last time we were here, Linda, what, 2.5 years ago?
Yeah.
Some of us? Faye was here with us. And shortly after that, Faye had an accident, and she's been sort of struggling. So I think I have this story correct, because she and I have spoken. She was at a basketball game, and a guy was going in for like a slam dunk, and his momentum, she was behind the goal. And when after he made his 2 points, he of course kept going. And you know, Faye weighs about 106, you know, and he crashed her down on the floor. And when that happened on the court, and when that happened, she told me that she felt like her brain rattled. And she's had MRIs and various things, and she actually didn't have any hemorrhaging, but she does have traumatic brain injury, and it has caused her some difficulties in singing, working, as well as connecting with us. Her daughter has been helping us. She loves all of us tremendously. She really, really wanted to be here, but she didn't think that she could make the trip. So over the past couple of months, whoa, okay. We've been communicating. And it's been very difficult for her because she really didn't even want to speak on the telephone too much. She really wanted to text when she felt comfortable. Well, I was like, you know, I'm going to wear you down until you finally talk to me. So I think she finally just gave it up and said, I better talk to her. Well, we talked, and, you know, she told me all this information. And then last night, when I got to the room, I had asked her to please write us a message. She said, no, I want you to tell everyone. And I said, Faye, no, your words are what everyone wants to hear. Certainly not mine. So this is what she wrote. Hello, my beloved Up With People Cassidy family. I should be there, but circumstances prevented it. Mary was supposed to update you on me, but she wouldn't act right. Insisting that I write my own story. I am grieved at not being there with each of you. The past 2 years of my life seem to have vanished as I truly have been challenged with a traumatic brain injury that I sustained on August 15, 2014. I was injured by a basketball player running down the court, looking backwards, and charged into me, with the back of his head hitting me in the face and thrusting me to the floor. I never saw it coming, and it has changed my life. I have permanent frontal lobe brain damage. They say I will have a new normal, which I said I was never normal. Of course, you guys all know that. I love and miss each and every one of you and all of those who have gone before us. I believe Scott Davenport was the first to pass, and Mel was the most recent. Life becomes most precious every day. Brad and Robin, I got your message, and I so look forward to talking to you. Thank you for reaching out to me. John Muldoon, I lost touch with the guitar that you introduced me to, but I'm working on reconnecting. Linda, you are a jewel, opening your doors a second time to our Up With People family. Thank you to each and every one of you and to all that you do. Several people sent me encouraging messages. I thank all of you for that. I hope all this makes sense. If not, you know why. It's Mary's fault. Anyway, though, I'm not there in body, but I am there in spirit. Please plan the next reunion so I can start packing. I don't want to rule the world. I just want to see all of you again. Hugs and kisses, or whatever works. Faye Ray.
Well, I won't apologize for my tears. That was my mic partner. And she won't talk to me right now, so I'm trying to get her. We have two people that are going to come and make a comment. And so Lynn Applebaum, would you come down?
Okay, so, gosh, I got to look at every one of your faces every night from the mixer, sitting back with the man team and me, lucky me, and I felt like the luckiest person in the cast. And then I was looking at Jose's pictures of every one of you, the amazing book that he put together. And I was thinking like, wow, this is a good-looking group. And you are like even more beautiful now than when we travel together. And I feel like the richness of our cast, we are now double the years, 2 times, 42 times, double the years we were when we all traveled together, right? 20, 40, 60. So there's 2 generations of us since the time we all traveled together, and so much life during that time. People say, what made this cast special? And I know so many of us who had the privilege of traveling for a couple of years in Up With People felt this was like the platinum standard. And everyone's going, and we were talking like, I'm like, what? What's that? What was it? What was it? Jim said, it's like, wow, we went through so much together. I'm like, yeah. And I started to think about it, and you know, when things go bad and like all hell breaks loose, they call it the perfect storm. Like just sort of the universe sort of converges and like bad stuff happens. And I thought, this is the exact opposite. It was like the perfect mosaic. It was the perfect moment. It was the perfect group of people on the perfect tour for the perfect purpose, just to be together. And I have no better explanation than like we got really lucky. And that good fortune, I think, has surely enriched my life and the people I have touched, including my husband Joe, who I'm so happy is here.
Yeah.
And you have all welcomed him into this family, and I know it has enriched your lives and the people you have touched, and it's like, that's good enough. And like, what a gift to be here for all of us, and thank you.
I think you know Dave Agner.
I haven't talked to many people since I've been here. If you had talked a little bit longer, Blanton, I probably would be in the dark and nobody would be able to look at me while I'm speaking. That might have been easier.
If you had talked a little longer, he would have
I'm a financial guy and I know numbers, so I want to talk a little bit about some numbers. So, 1956, the year I was born, fresh into the world, brand new. This year, 2016, for those of you that are math whizzes, that puts me right at 60 this year. So I've had a lot of reflection of my life this year about turning 60 in the years of what I've become. 1976, I got off an airplane in Tucson, Arizona at the ripe young age of 20 years old, a young, insecure, introvert. I mean, I was so sensitive. I was going into something I had absolutely no idea. Insecure and introvert, that's right. And over the next 12 months, developed relationships that I never thought I'd have for the rest of my life. We've had reunions. We had Park City, Denver, San Diego. We've had 2 wonderful reunions here at Linda's house. And each of those reunions, even though it might have been 5 years or 10 years, it's like it was yesterday. And it's like I see you and everybody, and it's like I just seen you yesterday. And we have truly been not just a family in that 1 year that we traveled together, but we have been a family for 40 years. That's 2/3 of my life. Now I want to talk about one other number, 27. 27 is the wonderful years I've had with my beautiful wife, sitting hiding in the back, Janet. We have had a great life these last 27 years. She's given me 2 wonderful children, and our life has been fantastic. But I realized that she knows me from this parallel life that we've been on these last 22 years, 27 years. She doesn't know me from all of you and how you have all been a part of my life. This is her first reunion that she's made with me, and I'm so glad she's had a chance to come and see everybody. So, I want to say, this reunion tonight and the ones going forward, it's not about the 80 or 85 cast members. 85, 90, however many, 110.
93.
However many of us are. It's about our families, which is us and our spouses. We are all one group together. So when we have a reunion, it's everybody. And I want to say thank you for being with us all these years. But I want to raise a toast to our spouses, significant others.
Bill.
Bravo.
That's me.
I back that up.
Okay, we're almost done, and I know you'll be glad for that. Last November the 7th, in the wee hours the night before, after the doctors told me what was going to happen the next day and what the chances and the problems were and all of that. When you face a life-threatening situation, everything that you value everything that you appreciate comes running in front of you. At 3:30 in the morning, I wrote a letter to my wife, whom I met the third day of staging in Tucson, Arizona. They numbered us all off in the gym, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, for dance. And I tromped her toes that day, and I've been tromping her toes ever since. But I wrote that letter, and I wrote a letter to my 2 girls. And then my next thought was about all of you. Because this has been my family since the day we met. And I came back home finally, and January the 14th I called Mary, and we called Linda, and by January 21st we sent out an email to a whole cast. Linda had booked rooms at the Nativo, and 8 days later they were sold out, because I think that all of you understand the value of these relationships. We've lost some, but through all of that, there has been a support structure that I've never experienced anywhere else. I pastor a church. I have 1,200 people that I'm with all the time, and people that I'm very, very close to. But I'm not as close to anybody in my life other than my family than I am with all of you. And I can pick up the phone, and it doesn't matter. Jim Brake walked in the room. My defining moment of this weekend was after being here for 3 hours, as he was walking around and sharing with everyone. He walked into the kitchen, and Britt Kissauer was standing there. And I saw their eyes meet, and 40 years of separation. They looked, and it was like, my God, we spent a year in a band together 40 years ago around the world, and they grabbed each other and they hugged each other. And I told Robin, I said, that's it for me right there. That's why I wanted us to get together so badly. Listen, everybody's asked me how I'm doing. And I told them Wednesday night at dinner, I said, I don't know if I have 30 years or 30 days or 30 minutes, but you know what? Neither do you. Neither do you. So, living every day now, appreciating every day, and celebrating every day, that's the way that everybody should live. So, if you don't have a heart problem, get one. And by that, I mean, start loving like you haven't loved. I love all of you. And it's been my blessing to get together with you. And I will look forward to the day when we are together again. So, Bruce Simonton, Johnny Muldoon, and Lynn Charteau, come up here. And Mary, you can tell them how this came about.
Well, it's very easy now. All of us were touched by Bruce's words, Bruce's songs. Same thing with John Muldoon, Lynn Charteau. So we thought it would be very fitting for them to do something very special that they did for us all throughout our years.
Turn on some
They
lights.
accepted.
Lights.
I have a different story.
Totally different story. So, and I really appreciate Mary and Linda and Carol and Judy and the people that really that put this thing together. I get a call from Mary in
Thank you, someone.
July maybe? I don't know. She said, do you remember when you guys used to in the green room, you and John would get your guitars out. And John and I, we were inspired by the Cowell Brothers, Arizona Highway. I was.
Yeah.
That was a big deal for me. You could write songs. People wrote these songs. It was a big inspiration. We tried to follow that, you know, and we did that during the year. And Mary said, you know, could you recreate that? You know, how about you write a song and you guys play it? And the first thought I had was, what bed is my guitar under?
He's not kidding.
Yeah, that's it. That's
I
it.
looked at it today, there's actually dust on it still here.
I told you you had to fix that.
Literally. And then my second thought was, because I'm, you know, I'm still lacking in my guitar prowess, I thought, oh, I'm going to have to get John involved. Well, I may have had a way with words, he had a way with woods.
Oh, good.
And I'm not, you know, I can relate a song, but I can't sing a song, and then I got Lynn involved. And so this afternoon, we got together and kind of worked it out. So I didn't think, Dale, Glenn, that this was an audition. I wasn't. That is not what we were thinking about at all, or preparing. And when you hear this, you may realize that. But, you know. So this song is a tribute to those, really, because looking for inspiration, I mean, that's how you write, right? To those cast members that aren't with us. But it's really a tribute to all of you, and really a tribute to what Up With People and all the cast members over the years meant. And so I hope we live up to that.
Heat it up.
Words.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Not a day that passes by I don't think of you and smile, for all the laughter you supplied. The price could never be too high, and this world was better for your birth. Your life made a difference on this earth, and I'll always love you for your worth, for all your worth. I won't be searching anymore. Time with you was my reward. A day with you could far outshine any gold or diamond mine. And this world was better for your birth. Your life made a difference on this earth, and I'll always love you for all your worth. This love for you won't slow. It can only difference on this earth. And I'll always love